Welcome back to Captain Crypto's Compass. A lot of people are asking, is this the top? Can we expect a reversal? Where is Bitcoin going? Are we close to forming a top? And is there an answer or a technical indicator that can help us to determine the exact tops of Bitcoin's bull runs? Well, in this video, we're going to talk about the legendary Pi Cycle Top Indicator. Hi, I'm Martin. I'm the founder of Captain Crypto's Compass. I'm a trader and a professor at the Financial Freedom Academy. I am passionate about helping you to achieve financial freedom through the art and the gift of trading. I will be providing you with actionable technical analysis and insights on your favorite cryptocurrency projects to help you make better and more informed decisions. If you're ready to take your trading to the next level, you're in the right place. Now I've gone ahead and opened up the Bitcoin USD chart on TradingView, and I am specifically looking at the Pi Cycle Top Indicator here. Now this indicator has 100% accurately predicted all the previous Bitcoin tops during the cycle. So this is a very, very, very strong and important indicator to look at. So let's see what it is telling us at the moment. But if you want to follow along, just go to your favorite Bitcoin chart, go to the weekly chart and go to indicators. And the one that you're looking for is called the Pi Cycle Top Indicator. But you are going to look for the Pi Cycle Bitcoin Top Indicator by Bilzerian candle. Now that's the one that I'm specifically using in this case. Now I've changed the settings just to display the moving averages as well, so we can see, you know, the green line and the red line, and I'm going to go into more detail on what these lines mean. But to do that, just go to the settings. When you open it up, go to the settings and make sure that your moving averages are actually displayed on the chart. It's this little button here. If you see, if I take that off, it's going to remove the line. So just make sure that that is enabled. Now I've also changed the visual style of the indicator itself. When it prints the Pi Cycle Top, I've just made that a circle instead of a label down. So if you want to do that, you can, but it doesn't really matter. It's your own visual preference that comes into play here. But looking at this chart, one thing that jumps out to me immediately is the accuracy of this Pi Cycle Top Indicator with previous bull runs. You know, we can see that every single time that the red line crosses above the green line. Now the green line is the 350 moving average and the red line is the 111 moving average, and it's on top of the weekly chart at the moment. So it's taking the daily moving averages and playing around with that. And we can see something fascinating happen. Every single time that this red line crosses above the green line, it marks the bull run or bull cycle top for Bitcoin. And you can see during the 2013 bull run, it printed the Pi Cycle Top Indicator at exactly the top of the market. Then we come to 2017, and you can see as soon as that red line crosses above the green line, it printed another Pi Cycle Top Indicator with eerie accuracy. You can see that as we entered into our bear market after that. And then in 2021, again, it printed the exact top of the bull run. So this is obviously an indicator that we need to pay attention to and to see where we are at now in the cycle. So let's just dissect this chart a little bit and see what we can gain and learn from these patterns and movements in the market with this specific indicator. Now there are a couple of key things that I've highlighted here that we need to realize and just pay attention to. Behavior in the markets, and what we always say, history doesn't always repeat, but it often rhymes. So let's have a look at what Bitcoin did in the past. Now, if we go to the 2013 bull run, we can see that we had this bear market. As soon as the price breaks this 111, the red line, we can see that we entered a market, a bear market, after we've printed the Pi Cycle Top. So we can see as soon as the Pi Cycle Top Indicator prints, after we break back down below this red line, the bear market started. Hey, I hope you're still enjoying the content. Remember to hit the like button, hit the sub button, and to ring the bell for notifications. Your support means the world to me personally, and I cannot do this without you. Then we have this downturn, consolidation on the red line, where the price starts treating the red line as resistance. We can see the price broke below that red line, came back up, tried to hold support above, but kept on being rejected at this red line. And then finally we see this similar pattern happening with this double bottom pattern forming. Bitcoin is finding the support, printing that double bottom, and then we have a change of character in the middle of the bear run, or almost at the end of the bear market. We have this change of character where the price pushes above the red line and holds support above this red line. So that is the first pattern that we need to see, this breakdown, crossing below that red line, treating it as resistance, forming that double bottom pattern, and then breaking past the red line. Now, a very interesting thing here is that we see as Bitcoin is gaining momentum after it's printed this double bottom pattern, it faces resistance at first at this green line, which is the 350 moving average. And we can see this pattern, double bottom, pushing up to this green line, finding support on the red, building consolidation on the red line, pushing up, finding resistance at the green line, building support on the red line, until finally the red line starts catching up as it's riding this 111 MA, pushing up and then pushing into as soon as the red line crosses above the green line, the pi cycle top indicator prints. And then we have a rinse and repeat of this pattern. We have a breakdown below the red line, which signals the start of the bear market. We can see that we're treating this red line as resistance, exactly the same as we did in the previous bear market here. It forms this double bottom pattern. There we can see one pattern. Here's the covert double bottom. But we also see a push up and resistance at the green line, which is very similar to what we saw in the previous bear market as well. This double bottom pattern. Now here the double bottom pattern was after the resistance, so the market was a little bit overextended here. It got a little bit too eager, but we can still see the same type of patterns forming, where we have a bottom, a push up, a resistance at the green line, a break up trying to hold the red line as support, holding on this red line, a double bottom pattern forming. This was during COVID. And then as soon as the double bottom pattern forms, that marks the end of the bear market, and we see a break above the red line, and we start trailing and holding this red line as support until we break the green line here. We can see, as we did here, as soon as we break that green line, that's the start of the banana zone, as we call it. Here we see that break above the green line, the start of the banana zone, and then we have to start paying attention to this indicator, because now the red line is catching up to the green line, and as soon as the red line crosses above the green line, the pi cycle top indicator prints. Now here we can see during our bull run in 2021, let's see if this pattern repeats. So we know as soon as it breaks the red line, that's the start of the bear market. Here we can see it breaks the red line, finds support, tries to hold support on the red line again, fails to get to the 350 MA, the green line, breaks past and below that red line again, and this was the start of the bear market in 2022. Now we're waiting for that pattern. We're waiting for resistance to start coming in on the red line. We can see that during the bear market, this red line is treated as resistance, fails to get above it, fails to get above it. And here we have our double bottom pattern printing. And we can see there's the one bottom, there's the second bottom, and then we have a change of character in the chart where the price breaks above the red line, holds that as support, and now we start trailing this red line on our way to the green line again. Now this is fascinating. If we look at this pattern immediately, it has similarities with the previous two patterns. And now we are riding this red line, and there we got resistance at the green line. We broke back down, holding this red line as support, and this is where we are currently finding ourselves with the pi cycle top indicator. We are treating this red line as support. We can see that we are trailing this red line. This last little push back down to that 90 is on the red line at the moment, and we can see that the red line and the green line are still quite far away from each other, and we have not managed to break above this critical green 350 moving average on the pi cycle top indicator, and that's currently sitting at roughly about $142,000. So if we were to repeat the previous patterns, what we are specifically looking for the start of this banana zone, this red highlighted area I have on the chart here, we need Bitcoin to break above the green line, and then we are in a position for the pi cycle top, this red line, to start catching up and be in a position to print the next pi cycle top. So we can see we have quite a lot of movement in the chart still to play out, but it's looking very positive. It's playing out with similar patterns as our previous tops. We are facing the green line as resistance, and we are holding the red line as support and not as resistance. So this $88,000 range on the Pi cycle top indicator is very important. If we break that $88,000, then it will start putting pressure on this pattern, and we might see something like this happen where we have a little bit of more volatility around this red line. But looking at the market structure, these two lines are still poising up. They're still moving up. So we can, for at least from the Pi cycle top indicator, it's showing us that there is still upside potential for Bitcoin in the future. Now, another interesting question that I want to ask myself is, well, do we know how long we stay above this green line? If we do manage to break above this green line at roughly about $142,000, how long can we expect to stay in this zone? Hey, I hope you're still enjoying the content. Remember to hit the like button, hit the sub button, and to ring the bell for notifications. Your support means the world to me personally, and I cannot do this without you. And to do that, we can calculate how long we stayed above these levels in the past. Now, we've in the previous bull runs in 2013, we stayed in this range for roughly about 385 days. Now, in 2022, we stayed above this green line for roughly 252 days. So we can already see that we have this diminishing time frames. You know, the previous bull runs lasted 385. This is only 252. So it's getting shorter and shorter. So we can expect then the next cycle above this green line should also be shorter. And lo and behold, it was indeed. We can see that this red area here only lasted for about 147 days. Now, taking these three numbers into account, there's 385, 247, and roughly 140 odd, we can then speculate that if we do manage to break above this green line, we can expect to be above that green line for roughly about 70 days or so. And that would be classified as this banana zone, this red zone where we are trading above the 350 MA, and then we'll be in a position to print the Pi cycle top. So the Pi cycle top is looking very positive for Bitcoin. We can see that there is still some upside potential for Bitcoin, at least based on this specific indicator. And I'm quite excited to see how Bitcoin starts reacting when it gets closer to this green line. Will we be seeing a similar pattern where we have one resistance and then break through the green line as we have here? Our first resistance, will we be able to manage to break through that green line? Or will it be something similar to the run here we had in 2016, where we have one resistance, two resistance, 3, 4, and only managed to break through at the 5th try? So this is also something I'm looking out for, is that we might be facing resistance at this green line in the future, where we start treating the red line as this key support, where we have this bouncing, trending, range bound market moving up to the green, coming back down to the red as support, moving up to the green as a resistance, and moving back down to the red as support, until we build enough momentum to finally break past the green line and enter the banana zone. What will happen? Unfortunately, we can't be sure. At the moment, it is looking positive, but we do need to keep a very close eye on the red line and the green line to try and see if Bitcoin has what it takes to enter the next banana zone. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, hit the like button, hit the sub button, and hit the bell notifications. Also, remember to click the link in the description below to join my mailing list, where I'll be sending you free emails and trading videos, and also market report updates weekly to help you stay ahead of the herd. As always, this community would not be the same without you, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Peace and love. See you next time.